Okay, out here today, been doing some other testing already, but I wanted to do something with the Deus too today. Got the 9-inch coil on it. Some of you may watch TN Sharpshooter's videos. He left a comment on my last video that I did about when I was testing it was the first video I did, testing the Deus 2. Now he's found what he believes is an issue with the frequency shift in the Deus 2 where it affects targets around iron. Now, he's got a specific test. I'm not going to replicate that. I'm going to do it on one of the tests I've got here, which is multi-iron with a target in the middle of it, above blocks, above the ground on blocks. And then I'm going to bury one of them in the ground as well and go over that and see if there's any effect. So we may just keep it to 1 or 2 tests. I may not do all of them. 1 or 2 of those we should be able to see if this is a universal thing that's happening when iron's around a target, or if it's just specific with the way he's got it set up. So he also advised me of some settings to try, and we'll try those as well. So what we got here is multi-iron test. Now I got one buried, but I'll unbury that and show you what that is before we do it. But I've got the penny with nails around it. I've got a nickel, a dime, and then buried right there, because I just did a test, is the token with 2 nails around it. But let's get those out, get them above ground, and we'll set it up the way that Sharpshooter was doing it, and then we'll bury the target and see if there's any effect as well. So let me get those set up. I'll be right back. Okay, so the way we're going to set this up, first we're going to do fast, and in fast we're going to leave it in pitch. He talked about changing the notch. I will do that, and then I'll take it to 0, but we'll go in here. He said try the notch. This is probably a separate idea. I'm not exactly sure, if he wanted this done at the same time or not, but we're gonna try this. So we got 6 to 9 notched out. And then we're going to go down, we're going to reduce the silencer to 0. I think he left it at 2, but I'll go to 0. Max frequency was 40. And we're going to leave reactivity at 3. Now, the one thing we're going to do, we're not going to mess with frequency right now. We're just going to go over the target here with the token first. So this is with the notch in it. So you can see that the notch is pretty much killing this target. Let's go over here to the dime real quick. Still get it, but it's pretty choppy, so I'm going to forget the notch. We're going to run the notch to 0, and we'll still leave max frequency 40. Oops, we got to go back. Max frequency 40, and we'll go back over these. So huge difference in its ability to pick that up. I can go anywhere from right on top of it to a good 4 inches above. And then the dime, same thing. So the thing he's talking about is changing the frequency scan, or when you do a frequency scan, it lands on different channels. So when you get to your frequency, you can go to shift, and you can shift it up or down on the channel. So we're going to start at 6, and we're going to go down and see if that makes any difference. So here's 6, here's 5, here's 4, here's 3, here's 2, and then 1 and 0 are supposedly the problem area. So let's try 1. I don't see an issue. Let's try 0. I don't see an issue. So let's get the dime. Now, like I say, this could be all to do with his setup, where the iron, the last one I saw was iron was below the targets. I don't know. I think this is more realistic in what I encounter every day, so I don't know if it's specific positioning of the iron that's causing the issue or not, but I'm more interested in whether or not it affects these tests in something that's more realistic in the wild. And then we'll bury probably the dime in the ground this time and see how it reacts. But here is channel 0 over the dime. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. I think I need to wait a little longer in between so we don't get that pause. Here's 4. Here's 5. Gotta wait. And here's 6. Gotta wait again. Okay, let's bury the dime. Not gonna go as deep with, well, we'll do it. We'll just go, we're about, gonna be about, 3 inches deep on the dime and a couple inches on the nails. We'll add some dirt to this. See if anything's gonna change. Let me get that one out of the way. Okay, so we've got the dime buried, and we've got it in channel 6. Not an issue. 5. Not an issue. 4. Not an issue. 3. Not an issue. 2. Not an issue. 1. Not an issue. And 0. So like I say, I mean, I might be setting this up wrong, I don't know, but I'm not seeing an issue in the tests I'm doing as far as shifting the frequency and whether or not it's affecting this iron unmasking ability of the Deus 2. There might be something more to it than what I'm led to believe, and I've watched a couple of his videos, and I know he's got specific placements where this is happening, but again, I want to see how it affects the tests I've been doing, and it doesn't seem to affect them. So I'll leave it at that, and thanks for watching.